A viral video of Captain Ibrahim Traoré circulating across social media platforms has ignited a firestorm of pride and hope among Africans, showcasing the stark contrast between Burkina Faso's dilapidated past and the transformative present under Traoré's audacious leadership. The video shows how before Captain Ibrahim Traoré seized power in a September 2022 coup, Burkina Faso was a shadow of its potential. Roads were little more than dirt tracks, riddled with potholes that turned travel into a perilous ordeal. Rural communities were cut off from markets, schools and opportunities, trapped in a cycle of poverty exacerbated by neglect. Hospitals, meant to be sanctuaries of healing, were instead symbols of despair, understaffed, under-equipped and overwhelmed. Patients languished in corridors, denied care due to a lack of basic medical supplies. Agriculture, the backbone of Burkina Faso's economy, was stifled by dependence on foreign inputs and exploitative trade deals that enriched Western corporations while Burkinabe farmers toiled for scraps. Corruption festered like a cancer, with elites siphoning off public funds while the masses starved. The youth, brimming with potential, were silenced, their dreams crushed under the weight of a system that prioritized foreign interests over African progress. This was the Burkina Faso that Traoré inherited, a nation bleeding from the wounds of neo-colonialism, betrayed by leaders who knelt before Western powers. But where others saw despair, Traoré saw opportunity. Inspired by the revolutionary legacy of Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's martyred hero, Traoré vowed to break the chains of oppression and build a nation that serves its people. The video, now viewed millions of times across Africa, showcases the fruits of his labor, a transformation so profound it has shaken the foundations of corrupt regimes continent-wide. One of the most striking transformations highlighted in the viral video is Burkina Faso's road network. Where once impassable dirt paths isolated communities, sleek, modern roads now connect villages to cities, farmers to markets, and students to schools. Traoré's administration has embarked on an ambitious project to construct 5 kilometers of new roads annually in every region, a commitment that has already yielded thousands of kilometers of paved highways. Posts on X celebrate Traoré's refusal to hire foreign companies for these projects, instead purchasing equipment and training Burkinabe engineers to build their own nation. Captain Ibrahim Traoré refused to hire foreign companies to construct roads. He purchased all the equipment and trained the Burkinabe on how to operate the machines and gave them the opportunity to build their own country, one user declared, capturing the pride of a nation reclaiming its destiny. These roads are more than infrastructure, they are lifelines of economic empowerment. Farmers can now transport crops to urban centres without spoilage, boosting incomes and reducing food insecurity. Small businesses flourish as goods and services flow freely across regions. The video showcases bustling markets along newly paved routes, a testament to the economic ripple effect of Traoré's vision. By prioritising local labour and resources, Traoré has not only created jobs but also instilled a sense of ownership in Burkinabe citizens. "We are building our own future," a road worker proudly states in the video, his words echoing the Pan-Africanist ethos of self-reliance. The video's depiction of Burkina Faso's healthcare revolution is equally inspiring. Before Traoré, hospitals were death traps, lacking basic equipment like X-ray machines, ventilators, and even bandages. The viral footage shows dilapidated wards with rusted beds and overworked staff struggling to save lives with meagre resources. Today, under Traoré's leadership, hospitals gleam with modernity. New medical equipment, from MRI scanners to surgical tools, has been installed across the country. The government has slashed the cost of hospital equipment by negotiating directly with manufacturers, bypassing Western middlemen who inflated prices for profit. Rural clinics, once abandoned, now buzz with activity, staffed by newly trained doctors and nurses. Traoré's healthcare reforms extend beyond infrastructure. He has launched a national program to train thousands of healthcare workers, ensuring that every region has access to quality care. Maternal and infant mortality rates, once among the highest in the world, are plummeting as hospitals offer free prenatal care and vaccinations. The video captures the joy of a mother holding her healthy newborn in a state-of-the-art maternity ward, a scene unimaginable just 3 years ago. "Captain Traoré has given us hope," she says, her voice trembling with gratitude. By prioritizing healthcare as a human right, Traoré is proving that African nations can provide world-class services without begging for Western aid. Agriculture, the lifeblood of Burkina Faso, has undergone a radical transformation under Traoré's leadership. The viral video briefly touches on this, showing lush fields where once barren land stood. Traoré has made food sovereignty a cornerstone of his agenda, rejecting genetically modified seeds and chemical fertilizers peddled by Western agribusiness. Instead, his government has invested in organic farming, providing farmers with locally produced seeds and training in sustainable practices. Irrigation projects have turned arid regions into fertile farmland, boosting crop yields and reducing dependence on imports. The World Bank, despite frosty relations with Traoré's government, acknowledged in 2024 that Burkina Faso's agricultural sector experienced robust growth, contributing to a nearly 2 percentage point drop in extreme poverty. Traoré's policies have empowered smallholder farmers, who now receive subsidies and access to credit to expand their operations. Cooperatives have sprung up across the country, enabling farmers to pool resources and negotiate fair prices in local and regional markets. The video showcases a young farmer proudly displaying his harvest of millet and sorghum, crops that once struggled to survive Burkina Faso's harsh climate. "We feed ourselves now," he declares, a powerful rebuke to the West's narrative of African dependency. Traoré's agricultural revolution is also a cultural one. By reviving traditional farming techniques and promoting indigenous crops, he is reclaiming Burkina Faso's heritage from the grip of neo-colonial exploitation. This model of self-sufficient agriculture is inspiring other African nations to break free from the stranglehold of Western food systems, proving that Africa can feed itself and thrive. Perhaps the most electrifying aspect of the viral video is its celebration of Burkina Faso's youth. Under Traoré's leadership, young Burkinabe have been given the tools and environment to unleash their creativity. The video showcases a group of young engineers assembling electric cars, a feat that has stunned skeptics and inspired awe across the continent. These vehicles, designed and built entirely in Burkina Faso, symbolize the nation's leap into the future. "Captain Traoré gave us the chance to dream big," one of the engineers says, holding up a prototype that rivals anything produced in Silicon Valley. Traoré has made youth empowerment a priority, establishing innovation hubs where young people can access training in technology, engineering, and entrepreneurship. The government has reopened over 400 schools in terrorist-affected areas, ensuring that education reaches even the most marginalized. Scholarships and grants support students pursuing STEM fields, while vocational programs equip others with practical skills. The result is a generation of innovators who are not only transforming Burkina Faso, but also challenging the global narrative of African inferiority. The video's scenes of youth-led startups, from solar energy companies to app developers, underscore Traoré's belief in the power of young Africans to shape their own destiny. Social media posts on X amplify this sentiment, with one user proclaiming, "Ibrahim Traoré isn't just leading Burkina Faso, he's exposing the West's biggest fear, an Africa that doesn't need them." By fostering an environment where creativity thrives, Traoré is proving that Africa's youth are not a liability but a force for progress. The viral video also highlights the dramatic overhaul of Burkina Faso's main airport in Ouagadougou. Once a dilapidated facility with outdated infrastructure, the airport is being transformed into a modern hub that rivals those in wealthier nations. New runways, state-of-the-art terminals, and advanced security systems are under construction, funded entirely by Burkina Faso's own resources. Traoré's refusal to rely on foreign loans for this project has silenced critics who claimed African nations cannot undertake such ambitious ventures without Western assistance. The revamped airport is more than a symbol of progress. It is a gateway to economic growth. By improving connectivity, Burkina Faso is positioning itself as a regional hub for trade and tourism. The video shows Burkinabe workers proudly constructing the new terminal, their faces beaming with pride. "This is our airport, built by our hands," one worker declares. Traoré's vision for the airport extends beyond infrastructure. He has launched training programs for aviation professionals, ensuring that Burkinabe citizens operate every aspect of the facility. This project is a powerful statement of sovereignty, proving that Africa can build world-class infrastructure on its own terms. While the viral video focuses on visible transformations, Traoré's fight against corruption is equally revolutionary. Upon taking power, he declared war on the kleptocrats who had plundered Burkina Faso's wealth for decades. His administration has uncovered billions in misappropriated funds, with high-ranking officials and foreign collaborators brought to justice. Traoré's transparency initiatives, including public audits of government spending, have restored trust in institutions. "No one is above the law," he declared in a televised address, a message that resonates with Africans tired of leaders who loot with impunity. The establishment of Burkina Faso's first state bank, Burkina Faso, is a cornerstone of Traoré's anti-corruption agenda. Launched in Ouagadougou, the bank operates with integrity as its compass, channeling national resources into development projects rather than foreign accounts. By nationalizing key industries like gold mining, Traoré has reclaimed Burkina Faso's wealth from Western corporations and their local enablers. In 2024 alone, the country extracted 93 kilograms of gold from mining residues, a triumph celebrated across Africa. These resources are now funding schools, hospitals and infrastructure, ensuring that Burkina Faso's riches benefit its people. Traoré's anti-corruption crusade has not gone unnoticed. Corrupt African leaders, accustomed to exploiting their nations with impunity, now tremble at the thought of their own citizens demanding accountability. The viral video may not show the courtrooms where corrupt officials face justice, but its message is clear. Traoré's Burkina Faso is a nation where the people's interests come first. Beyond Burkina Faso's borders, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has become a symbol of hope for a continent yearning for liberation. His fiery rhetoric, reminiscent of Thomas Sankara, resonates with African youth, disillusioned by leaders who prioritize Western approval over their people's welfare. Traoré's message of self-reliance and Pan-Africanism has sparked rallies from Nairobi to Lagos, with young Africans chanting his name and waving Burkina Faso's flag. The viral video, shared millions of times, has amplified his influence, turning him into a global icon of resistance. Even progressive African leaders are taking note. Botswana's new president, Duma Boko, has publicly praised Traoré as a model of transformative leadership. "Captain Traoré shows us what is possible when a leader puts their people first," Boko said at a recent summit, a statement that sent shockwaves through the halls of power. Across Africa, youth movements are citing Traoré as inspiration for demanding accountability and sovereignty. In Nigeria, actress and politician Hilda Dokubo declared, "Ibrahim Traoré is all the proof Nigerians need to know that a country takes the shape of its leadership." Traoré's international influence is evident in Burkina Faso's role in the alliance of Sahel states, formed with Mali and Niger after breaking away from the Western-backed ECOWAS. This bold move challenged the regional status quo, positioning Traoré as a leader unafraid to defy imperialist structures. His speeches at global forums, including a recent visit to the Kremlin on May 10, 2025, have electrified audiences with calls for African unity and independence. The viral video may capture Burkina Faso's transformation, but it is Traoré's vision for a united Africa that is setting the continent ablaze with possibility. Traoré's success has come at a steep price. The West watches in horror as Burkina Faso slips from its neo-colonial grasp, and corrupt African leaders, in fear, have joined forces to vilify him. The young captain has become public enemy number one for Western powers, who accuse him of destabilizing the Sahel by aligning with Russia and rejecting French influence. Claims that Traoré is using Burkina Faso's gold reserves for personal gain, propagated by figures like US Africa Command's General Michael Langley, have been debunked as smears aimed at discrediting him. The propaganda campaign against Traoré is relentless. Western media outlets churn out reports highlighting Burkina Faso's ongoing security challenges, conveniently ignoring that jihadist insurgencies, like those linked to Jama'at Nusrat al-Islam, were fueled by Western interventions in the region. Deepfake videos, such as one falsely claiming Pope Leo praised Traoré, have been deployed to sow confusion and undermine his credibility. Meanwhile, Traoré has survived 16 assassination attempts, a testament to the lengths his enemies will go to silence him. Corrupt African leaders complicit in the West's agenda are equally threatened. Figures who have grown rich by selling their nation's resources to foreign powers view Traoré as a dangerous precedent. Their fear is palpable. If Traoré can inspire Burkinabe to demand accountability, what's stopping their own citizens from rising up? Whispers of coup plots, like the one allegedly hatched in Ivory Coast in April 2025, underscore the desperation of these regimes to eliminate him. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is undaunted. In the face of criticism and mortal danger, he continues to waver, delivering bold lectures to corrupt leaders with a fearlessness that has become his trademark. "We will not be intimidated by the West's lies or their lackeys' betrayals," he declared at a rally in Ouagadougou on April 30th, 2025, where thousands cheered his defiance. His speeches, often laced with references to Sankara's revolutionary ideals, call out neocolonialism by name and demand that African leaders take responsibility for their people's suffering. Traoré's actions speak even louder than his words. Despite security challenges, he has intensified efforts to secure Burkina Faso, training local militias and forging partnerships with allies who respect the nation's sovereignty. His administration is working around the clock to complete development projects, from new schools to the country's first gold refinery, ensuring that Burkina Faso's wealth stays in African hands. The viral video, while showcasing physical transformations, cannot capture the spirit of a leader who works tirelessly for his people's liberation. Traoré's daily grind, meeting with farmers, inspecting construction sites, and addressing the nation, reflects a commitment to service that shames his detractors. Ibrahim Traoré is no longer just a president. He is a symbol of African pride, one ex-post declared, echoing the sentiment of millions. As the viral video continues to spread, its message reverberates across Africa. The time for liberation is now. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's transformation of Burkina Faso is not just a national triumph. It is a blueprint for a continent ready to rise. From roads to hospitals, farms to innovation hubs, Traoré has shown that African nations can thrive without Western handouts. His war on corruption, his empowerment of youth, and his defiance of imperialism have made him a hero to millions and a nightmare to the corrupt elite. The panic among African leaders is palpable. They see in Traoré the spectre of their own downfall, a reminder that their people are watching and waiting. The West, too, is rattled, their narrative of African dependency shattered by a 34-year-old captain who dares to say no. But Traoré presses on, undeterred by threats or slander, his eyes fixed on a vision of a free and prosperous Africa. To the youth of Africa, Traoré's message is clear. You are the architects of your future. To the leaders, his challenge is unmistakable. Serve your people or face their wrath. As Burkina Faso rises, so too does the spirit of a continent ready to reclaim its destiny. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is not just leading a nation, he is igniting a revolution that will echo for generations.